Hello. So today I'm going to talk a little bit about Thorns and Brambles, a level that's come up recently because, well, frankly, I think it's pretty good. So we're going to split this into 3 segments: gameplay, decoration, and then just other people's opinions and overall conclusion. First of all, with the gameplay. Now, the gameplay's fun. It's a little confusing at times, however. I get that it's a pretty difficult level, so some of the confusion is pretty precedented, but overall, some of it makes absolutely no sense. At the beginning, there's a few jumps over very hard to see spikes, and just overall a few parts that I'm not really sure about the gameplay. The gameplay is probably the weakest part of this level, with the exception of some of the UFO parts during moss and mushrooms, and some of the interesting gameplay at the fruits and timbers section. Now for the decoration. So the decoration is amazing. I like it a lot. It has some very interesting, thorns and brambles. I guess that's the freaking level. Gourds and briars has some cool decoration too. It has some pretty interesting shapes and things that it has in it. It's just overall interesting. My favorite parts are thorns and roses, moss and mushrooms, and of course the 8-bit end screen. The end screen's probably my favorite part, just the 8-bit feel of it, how it moves. Everything at the end is pretty cool. Okay, it's working now.
So I watched a video on it, and now I have opinions.
Okay, that sounds like what happens when you watch videos. You get opinions.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what are your opinions? Are those like not part of the deal or what?
I would say the 22% ship's the best part because it looks good.
I wish I had like a video of the level running right now so I could see which part of that is. But okay. Yeah. Overall though, what talk about the theming a bit.
I think it's a little bit messy. The theming, I see what they're going for, but I think a lot of the parts are too messy. Good part, the 22% ship, really good. I liked it. The gameplay looks fun. Okay. The bad is probably the 54% duel, and then the ugly is definitely the 38%. It's really, really empty. It's not good.
Yeah. So like overall, let's just do what did you notice in the gameplay, and why do you like/not like it?
It looks fairly fast-paced, but it seems that it can get really consistent. So, if you played it a lot, I'm sure it would end up being really fun. I've only done the first wave. But,
What about like the theming? Like just some words.
I like the idea, but it wasn't done well.
Okay. And then lastly, like the decoration.
I like it, but it's a little empty.
Okay.
I think that they successfully got the theme across, but there were just a few moments where it was fairly empty and wasn't visually appealing.
Final decision. Is it nommers or not nommers?
I would say it's nommers.
Okay.